Good evening, Ridhaan. How are you?
I'm great, Auntie. How are you?
I'm doing good. So good to see you. We are meeting for the first time.
Yes, we are. I'm pretty sure it's very good.
Yeah, I can't wait to know about your journey. You have written so many lovely
Well,
books.
I'm excited to talk with you.
Yes, yes, yes. Same here, dear.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Ridhaan, I am Vrushali Barbare, and I'm the founder of Enlit Kids, which is a bookstore for children
Oh,
on Banirpasha Link Road. Right? Have you visited us anytime? Did you
sure, I
visit
would
us
love.
anytime? Yes. I would
Huh?
love to invite you. Am I audible?
Auntie, you're breaking a little.
Wait. Am I audible? Am I audible now?
Yes, Auntie. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, Auntie.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. See, we are going to talk about your books, your journey as a writer, and what all amazing things you do. We all of us attended kids and our audience, they want to know about it. Okay, so just relax and just talk to me, just like as a casual friend, just like how you talk to your friend. Talk to me like that. Yes.
Sure.
Yes. So, Ridhaan, we have a bookstore for children in Banir Pashan Link Road. And as you're aware, we have also invited you to join us at Pune International Literature Festival, right?
Yes.
Yes. So basically, we are in love with your books, the way you have written your books, and the way you are going forward as an author, as a motivational speaker, as a podcaster. You are doing so many amazing things at such a young age. So I think you are a wonder boy. And
Thank
not only for
you.
kids, I think you are an inspiration for us grown ups also.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Right. So all of us at Enlit Kids and on the audience of Enlit Kids, they want to know what inspired you to become an author. How did you become an author? How did you start writing your books?
Well, so I started writing my books. It was at COVID time. So it all started with boredom.
Mhm.
My So as it was lockdown, I couldn't go down to play. So and my parents they um, my parents they used to encourage me to write stories. I was an amazing storyteller. I would love writing stories. So then I started writing to pass boredom away. So then um, I started doing it, and then I got a lot of stories in my mind. I just kept writing, and soon it became my passion.
Lovely.
As as I would keep writing, I did not matter how much time would go by, but I just kept enjoying those beautiful moments while
I think
writing.
that
When it was my okay. So when it was my book launch, then I got even more inspired to write books, and I wrote 3 books.
Mhm. So you compiled all the collection that you have written, all the stories that you have written, and made a.
So
Or do you
there
have
are
a
many
storyline?
stories.
If you had a storyline in your mind when you started writing a book.
Yeah. So I have 10 stories in my first book.
Okay.
I have one story in my 3 other books.
Lovely, lovely. And I think the process that you said, it becomes you are a hardcore author because this is the process even all the great authors follow because they are passionate about writing their experiences, whatever they're coming to their mind. They are thinking creatively and writing down their own thoughts and their imagination. And I think children have the greatest imagination on earth, even better than all the adults, I guess, because there is nothing restricting them from imagining things. And your take, I think children have their own take about the world around, and that is one of the most authentic takes, one of the most authentic views of the world that a child has. And Ridhaan, you are doing really wonderful. I would like to know what is the no. You are writing so many books. You are doing so many things. You are a speaker also. You are a motivational speaker. You are a podcaster also. You narrate stories on some apps and online. So, do you remember anything special about or any special experience about writing books or meeting somebody or somebody you have inspired through your motivational speech? Do you remember anybody? A special experience that you had which made you happy, really happy?
Well, I have two actually, one for speaking and one for writing. I really like these two things. So I'll start with writing. So as I became a writer, when I held my first book, it was so amazing feeling. I was literally so happy. It was such a delightful moment.
Wonderful.
That was my most greatest moment while I was a writer. So when I had my all the 4 books, those were my greatest moments because whenever you see your masterpiece,
Right.
you feel so happy. I remember reading one book. They called masterpiece as magnum opus. So then now see my magnus opus. It's really a delight in my heart, and every day I still feel that happiness. You know, when I opened my first book, then it was literally like my imagination was written inside the book, and people get to read my imagination, and I felt really good about that. That I can encourage maybe some people to write,
Yeah.
and then all this started. So I am really grateful to my parents for supporting me in this. Without them, me seeing all my magnum opus would have
Yes.
never happened. So I'm really grateful to them.
That's so.
And
Yeah, go ahead.
And as a speaker, I have sessions. I go to schools. So then, whenever I see the kids there, I feel so happy seeing them. How they want to learn so many new things.
Right.
It just touches my heart when I see them.
Lovely.
See how they know so much. I ask them questions. So I really like seeing how they're really interested in writing and reading.
Lovely.
And also I have as you know, I have a podcast. So the inspirational people I meet and young child prodigies I meet, they really inspire me a lot. And one podcast I will never forget it is where I questioned a NSG commando. That will always stayed my heart, right next to my heart, because and when I was talking to him, he talked about how much brave they are, how bold they are, how they're so courageous, how they're so passionate. if something happens, they always want to always protect Mother India.
Lovely. Yes. Patriotic.
And today I would really like to thank them for always protecting us.
Of course, of course. We are all grateful for them that they are protecting our motherland. And I think, Ridhaan, the way you are speaking, I am not at all, feeling like I'm talking to a child. I'm not feeling that I'm talking to one of my friends. And lovely, you are touching so many little hearts and inspiring so many children to read and write. Basically, for becoming a good writer, you have to read a lot. So, do you read a lot?
Oh, I love reading, Auntie. I have a whole bookshelf of books I like reading. So I'm reading novels. So I'm really interested, and I want to just keep going. Whenever I read, I always feel like I'm in a whole imagination world, and that's what makes me talk so good, write so good.
Yes.
And yeah.
So I think reading is the key to write or to talk in an effective way. In an effective way, you have to read a lot, and I think you are doing it good. Any favorite author of yours?
Well, sorry, a small thing I would like to add that in every session of mine, I always talk that reading is very important. So it doesn't only increase our imagination, but also our word bank. So, so then I would like to suggest everybody keep reading, because that can really improve everybody's word bank. Especially, it is extremely fun. So sorry, Auntie, I was a little cutting, but now I will continue with the questions.
I want you to talk about them. This is all yours.
Well, I have a few favorite authors. One is Sudhamurti Ji. I really like her stories because it gives important morals, and they are really fun.
Right.
And I like Roald Dahl's stories. They have a whole different twist. It's literally very different.
Yes.
Like all those funny words it uses. I know one word, scrumdiddlyumptious. So I love reading his books.
Lovely.
Especially when at the last page they've written one last word of Roald Dahl. That's really fun. I think I've learned almost all the words, but sometimes I forget it. But I really like reading his stories.
Right.
Then it is J.K. Rowling. I'm now reading her 5th book. So it is really fun. And once you start reading that first page, you're glued to it. On the first page, there's Sunday Telegraph. There are a few things written. So, few comments. So then I read those, and the most amazing thing is that it's true.
Yeah.
That's the best thing about J.K. Rowling.
Right.
Then I like Rustin Bond. His stories are quite serious too, but they are really amazing. They give different learnings hidden inside them. Especially especially they generate curiosity.
Correct.
And I like E.B. White. Can I tell you why he touched my soul? So he wrote one book, Charlotte's Web. I read that book with my classmates when I was in the 2nd grade. So once we read the whole book, I started crying because it was a story of two friends, a spider and a pig, and how the spider gives his life to the pig, of how he kept the spider kept its promise and made sure that the pig wasn't killed. So that was a story which really touched my heart.
Classic, and I think that's one of my favorites also. All these authors have made a difference in so many children's lives. for so many ages. It is not just now Sudha Murthy has written a book. She has been writing for so long, and children, we started
Yes.
our bookstore 15 years back, and we used to have her books back then, and I have seen children growing up with those books. So it's a wonderful feeling to host those books at our bookstore, and host children like you who are avid readers, who are interested in reading and writing and these spoken word. Do you have any experience which you think was a bit challenging in your entire, or it is a challenging thing for me?
Experience which was challenging.
Yeah,
Well,
a bit
I don't
challenging.
think in anything. I don't think in anything I had any challenge. Uh, when uh, uh, well, if I write, then I don't face any challenges. Well, if I read something like read a different word which I haven't heard of, that is something which I search on Google and I get it. So it's not that kind of challenging. And when I write, um, it just flows into my mind. Like whatever idea comes in my mind, I just write it down and then build it further. But yes, I have one small challenge. I go to writer's block.
Mm.
So sometimes when I write, then there is a small problem. So
Mm.
sometimes the idea doesn't come in my mind.
Yeah.
So then what I do, I just take a little time, a little space.
Mhm.
I read a story, read a book, or talk to my parents, and then whatever idea strikes in my mind immediately, then I will write it, because I don't want to push myself
Exactly.
to quickly write the whole story very fast.
True. That's
So
yeah. I think that's a common challenge that every writer and author faces, or for that matter, any creative person goes through this kind of block. And this is the right thing that you're doing. Just taking a time off, diverting yourself, doing something that you love, and then you come back to that work, and then you are more enthusiastic and more focused on your work. Right?
yes.
Yes. What are you have written around 4 to 5 books. What we have, in Author Spotlight, we have featured. What are you writing right now?
Uh, I, I couldn't I can't hear you.
What is
Sorry.
your latest venture?
Oh, my latest venture is it's my novel, The Mellifluous Odyssey.
Uh-huh.
So I would like to talk about it. It is an amazing mellifluous journey of a teenage boy, fueled with love
Uh-huh.
of drumming and music. His parents, they are doctors, so they want him to become a doctor. So they oppose him to play music.
Uh-huh.
So
So you are writing a book about
but
what?
he has the support of his grandmother and his uncle.
Uh-huh.
So his grandmother gives him unwavering support, and his uncle is a mentor who helps him with musical instruments.
Wonderful.
We're continuing the boy. I'm disclosing his name only. Yeah. So his name is Mike. He goes on a mysterious adventure, and this adventure he goes to find an unheard of instrument.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really interesting, and it involves valuable lessons for concerned parents and young hearts.
Mm-hmm.
So I really hope when my novel gets published,
Yes.
I hope you all read it.
Love.
I would like to add a small thing. It took 2 years to complete my novel. So giving a little more addition, I first wrote it in third person, but now I've completely changed the entire narrative into
Okay.
first
Okay.
person. So I really hope whoever reads it will really enjoy.
Wonderful. We would love to, we can't wait to read your book, the next novel that you're writing. And we are waiting
Thank
for
you.
it to get launched. Uh,
I look I look forward I look forward to your feedback.
yes, I will. I will give your feedback, definitely. And I'm sure everybody is going to love it, just like other books that you have written.
Thank
You
you.
are also featured in PILF, Pune International Literature Festival, as a young author. So, how do you feel about it?
Well, I feel really happy. But I feel honor,
Mhm.
pleasure. I
Yes,
feel uh, I feel delighted.
right.
But the only thing I every time remember, I go to a session, do a podcast, or have an interview, is that my parents have always supported me in this journey.
Yes, I can see that. I have interacted with them, and I think that's a blessing that you have. Having such enthusiastic, supportive, and motivating parents.
Thank
Otherwise,
you.
it's difficult for anybody to move forward in life and do so. Genuine and lovely.
Excuse me, auntie. I couldn't hear your voice on your video quality wasn't working. So could you just repeat?
Wait, wait, wait. Is it better now?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so that's what I was saying, that your parents are lovely people. I have interacted with them, and I think it's a blessing for you to have. I have seen the way they are supporting you and motivating you to do a wonderful job as a writer. Uh, Ridhaan, this is for the audience who have joined us live. Ridhaan Jain is an author. He has written wonderful books. He's a podcaster. He's a storyteller. He's a motivational speaker. He also conducts sessions in schools. He also conducts contests, I guess, for writing stories. I have seen that. So he has been selected by Pune International Literature Festival as a young author, and he will be there. If you want to meet him, you can come to Pune International Literature Festival on 16th and 17th of December. His session will be on 17th. Please keep in touch on our social media handles, and you will get the schedule. Uh, and there's a chance to meet this amazing boy from Pune, Ridhaan Jain. And I'm really, really blessed to have you on our platform. And I'm really happy to meet you. And it's a pleasure meeting you, Ridhaan.
Thank you so much, Adi. I feel so blessed that you have given me this opportunity, and thank you so much. I feel really good talking to you,
Yeah.
and
I invite you
actually,
to my bookstore. Let us meet in person sometime, and let us have your
I would
session for the kids that I have in our store, and let us have a wonderful session there as well.
I,
Thumbs up.
I would love to.
Yes. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, Ridhan. Do you want to share something else?
I would just like to say one thing. Thank you so much, Auntie. I really felt good talking to you.
Yeah. Pleasure is all mine. It was a lovely time, talking to you. I never felt that we never knew each other. It was an instant connection with you. Thank you, Ridhan. Thank you for being with us, being today on this Author Spotlight session. Thank you, and have a
Auntie,
nice day.
thank you. Auntie, I really hope you have a great day too. And I would actually like to take your blessings for my future.
Always there, Ridhan. Always there.
Thank you.
Thank you. All
Thank
the
you.
best.
Thank you, Auntie.
Bye.
Bye.